Hi, I'm Anuja.
And I'm Hithal, and it's Tip Tuesday on ShowMeTheCurry.com.
And for today's tip, we're going to show you some of the vegetables that really should not be occupying any real estate in your fridge. They're best kept on the counter in a cool place.
Yeah. And sometimes people think this is obvious, but it is so not obvious.
Yes.
I mean, first and foremost, ginger. Ginger is something that when we buy it from the store, sometimes it's refrigerated. I think if you go to a regular American grocery store, it's in the refrigerated section. But in our local Indian grocery store, it's just outside. And
right.
we never consider, am I supposed to refrigerate it or not? But obviously, it's one of those things that does not need to be refrigerated.
Right, I think people automatically put it in the fridge.
Right, and actually, the skin on the ginger, when you put it in the refrigerator in a little plastic bag, it generates a lot of moisture and it actually spoils it faster. When it's out at room temperature and it's dry like this, it stays good for like ever.
Who knew? So the next one is a major misconception is tomatoes. Tomatoes should not be refrigerated because they lose their nutritional value and they last a lot longer outside than in the fridge. Whoa.
And the flavor, of course.
Absolutely.
Oh, that it's like a beautiful sweet flavor versus, that cold, hard tomato.
Yes.
So the next one, of course, is garlic. Similar to the ginger, it's got a nice dry papery skin, and when we put it inside the refrigerator, again, moisture happens and it tends to mold. But here, if you keep it out dry, everything is dry and no chance of mold.
The next one is onions. Now onions are again stored outside the fridge, but if you are one of people like us who just cry and cry every time you have to cut an onion, it is a smart thing to just put it in the fridge and just chop it up because you tend to cry a lot less. So you can keep it outside unless you're going to use it, then just put it in the fridge for maybe an hour, 2 hours, and then cut it up.
And our next one is our common potato. Now, I know so many people who keep potatoes in the fridge and they just really don't belong. I mean, nothing happens to potatoes at room temperature.
Right.
So, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, one tip though, people store potatoes and onions together.
Yes.
Even outside, even if you have both of them outside, they don't belong in the same little basket or keep them as far away as possible from each other.
And last but not the least, actually there's a lot more, but we're going to talk about the last one over here is limes. Now limes are kept outside because number one, their intent is they are softer, they stay softer, and they'll be absolutely fine outside. Putting in the fridge does not do anything to them. They're keeping them outside, they stay at room temperature, so when you actually have to juice them, it's easier to just roll them a little bit to get the juices going. So when you cut it, you can squeeze there's more juice coming out. So if they're warmer, there's more juice that comes out of you can get more juice out of a lime than outside otherwise. Addition to that, for lime, if you want additional, you want to get all that juice out of that one lime, just drop it in some hot water for a couple of minutes, take it out, cut it, and you'll see the remarkable difference, the amount of juice that comes out.
Lots of juice.
As opposed to if you take it straight out from the fridge and do it.
Right. And this works for lemons as well, so not just limes, but lemons too.
Correct.
So we hope you enjoyed this tip, and if you have a tip that you would like to share with us and all of our viewers, then please share it with us.
And join us on another Tuesday for another tip on ShowMeTheCurry.com.